Hi friends, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. This is Gina and I'm really excited to go over a fabulous new car seat with you all. It's called the Römer Veni car seat. So if you haven't yet, now would be a great time to like, follow, or subscribe to this channel. And if you end up liking this car seat after watching the video, you should head over to my website, destinationbabykids.com. I am a real brick and mortar store here in the greater San Francisco Bay Area. If you are enjoying the channel and you're learning a lot and you're finding that this is where you're coming back repeatedly for information, please consider buying directly from the website. That's the best way to show your support for this YouTube channel, okay? Thank you so much, and let's launch into the seat that's bagged up right behind me. So why did I leave the Veni in its bag? I thought it was really cool that this car seat doesn't come in plastic. So we're moving away from a lot of the plastic packaging that I've seen all through my career. So this is super cool. The seat even has a pocket on its packaging on the front. And we are shown 2 cup holders because this car seat is gonna come with 2 cup holders. They are marked on the inside of the seat with an R. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then this one has an L. So right and left, they are side specific. So those are included in our purchase price. The Römer Veni is shown in a color for this video called truffle, which is brown. It's quite beautiful. And what kind of car seat is this? This is a convertible car seat. So this is a car seat that's going to be both rear facing as well as forward facing. Go ahead and take our silica packet out, and this is an anti-rebound bar that is also included in the purchase price. So keep coming back to purchase price. What is the purchase price of this car seat? This car seat's purchase price is going to be $599. This car seat has a whole host of features. They send you a little thing that says, thank you for choosing Römer. And what's exciting about Römer is that Römer is going to use a really, really special blend of seashells for material. So they use a product that they are calling Seawool, and that is an antimicrobial, antibacterial, moisture wicking type material that they put on their car seats. So the other cool thing is that it is inherently flame retardant. So this is all flame retardant free material without adding any extra flame retardants to it. So that again is going to be their Seawool material. I'm going to go ahead and press the button on the inside, press up on the silver tab, and I'm going to be able to loosen this harness, and now I can show the seat coming up in height. So this is very exciting. It does have 3 different infant pads that are included when you purchase it. And the nice thing is these infant pads have indications right on them of when they need to be used. So this one reads, the lower infant insert must be used for children weighing 22 pounds or less in a rear-facing position. Do not use over 22 pounds or in a forward-facing position. So it's very, very clear when we're going to use these pieces. Now there's a head piece and a back body piece. And this one doesn't have any specific instructions on it, but it's very likely that it's in the book. So we will be looking in there shortly. Go ahead and pull this other material down just to show how the seat will look. And even this little piece that attaches the book and the car seat recall card to the car seat itself is not plastic. So it's taking me a second to be able to get it untied, but we'll go ahead and remove the book just so you guys can see sort of how that works. Now, something that's pretty exciting about this seat as well is that when we install it, it's going to have 2 different installation methods. It'll have seatbelt as well as lower anchor. Now, the seatbelt installation with this seat should be super easy because they have this system that they brag about called SecureLoc. And what SecureLoc means is that you're going to be able to completely open up the seat and have clear, marked belt paths. So we have 2 different belt paths marked on the actual interior of the seat. The seat weighs about 28 pounds, so it's not like ultra lightweight, but it is just something to be aware of. If you did want to move it from vehicle to vehicle, it has a steel frame, so that will always affect the overall weight of the seat when you're moving it from one place to another. Now, if I wanted to do a rear facing installation on this seat, I would use the Anti-Rebound Bar. So what I'll do is I'll open this guy up, and there's holes right here on the front of each side of this seat. And this Anti-Rebound Bar, which has the leatherette on it, which is so nice, is gonna just kind of lock in, and that's gonna be beneficial when we do our rear facing installation. So I will go ahead and get this guy set up. I'm going to turn the seat and get it set up to show you and demonstrate to you all how to do that rear facing installation, and then we'll give a little bit more information about the actual dimensions of the car seat as well. All right, guys, we are back to show you how to do your rear facing installation on your Römer Veni car seat. And so, as I was mentioning before, there are some things about it that are pretty exciting as far as like the overall size and interior of the seat. The seat's only going to be 17 inches wide, which is great. You have a shoulder width on the inside of 14 inches, so it's pretty wide up here at the shoulders for bigger kids, so we do love that. The seated torso height on this guy is going to be 18 inches, so that is fabulous. That means that like in your rear facing position, the seat will go up to 50 pounds, so it goes rear facing from 5 pounds through to 50 pounds in the US. In Canada, it's only going to go to 40, but in the US, it goes from 5 to 50 for rear facing. And then you can be under the 49 inches of the standing height and still be using it in the rear facing mode. So sometimes seats will have a secret rear facing harness height, like the Cybex Callisto is a good example. I think that one in rear facing mode has a 44-inch seated height. So if kiddo is actually taller than that, you would need to turn it around forward facing. This seat, if you're under the 49 standing inches, that's great. And again, you'd need to be under that 50 pounds and you could still rear face in this seat. So that's very exciting. The seat depth is 11 inches. So it's a relatively deep seat, and then the interior seat pan width is 12 inches. So it's quite wide on the inside, and it's pretty deep, and it's pretty wide through the shoulders, considering that your overall width on the seat is only 17 inches. So that's very exciting. We will show you what the Anti-Rebound Bar is useful for. And another thing about this Seawool material is that it is all machine washable and can be put in for tumble dry. So that is very, very exciting. Now, when we're going to do this installation, you're going to have me cut out of this video. You'll see mostly my head, but we're going to turn the seat backward because again, it's a rear facing install. And then in order to get this seat to recline, because there is a level on the side here with a ball, and we're going to want our rear facing kiddo to be not in any of the black. Black is not acceptable. For rear facing, we want them in the darker blue spectrum here. So in order to achieve that, my suspicion is, yeah, on the front of the seat, there's a handle that will enable you to go ahead and get the entire seat to recline. Now it is a 6-position recline, but the thing to understand about this recline is that it is not adjustable once the seat is installed. This is true of like almost all car seats. Once it's installed, we can't really adjust the recline. There's a few that are sort of outliers. This is not going to be one of those seats. So there's pinchers. We'll pinch, we'll open the SecureLoc up. And then on the inside of the seat, it reads rear facing belt path. I'm going to take my seat belt and pass it through. I'll go ahead, buckle it. And then I'm just going to take my slack out of my seatbelt. But I'm not going to go crazy with pulling that slack because we're going to need this panel to actually be able to come down and close. And the best place to press on this to close it is going to be right in between the buttons to open that piece up. So you heard a distinctive click. That went ahead and locked that SecureLoc down. And what's so cool is that we don't actually now need to like utilize locking off the seatbelt from its shoulder belt. It's locked off from that piece there through the steel. We'll go ahead and adjust our headrest down to whatever height we want to use. And then of course, we're going to check that level. We are in our rear facing blue spectrum. So that is perfect. We're in an acceptable level. And now I'm going to take my non-dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to grab my left hand and pull on the seat to make sure it's not moving more than an inch from its installation point, which it's not. So that was a super fast and effective installation. Now this bar right here that's included, what that does is if we're driving in this direction, we're driving forward and we stop, the head's the heaviest part of the body, the seat's gonna wanna rock down like you just saw my head do. The head's super heavy, the seat's gonna move in that direction, and then when it slams back, because there's a bar here, it prevents the seat from being able to flop up and down like a big whale's tail, if you will. So this bar prevents that kind of movement, and that's included in the $5.99 price point. So again, this does not take the place of actually reading your manual and reading your car vehicle manual as well, but this was just a theoretical, demonstratable, pretend installation on a pretend seat so that you as a consumer could sort of understand the overarching features of how that would work. So as kiddo gets bigger, you'll go ahead and raise the headpiece up. You can turn this seat around to utilize it forward facing as soon as, I think it said 22.5 pounds for forward facing. I wouldn't recommend that. I would try and max it out in rear facing mode, meaning leaving it in its rear facing mode as long as the kiddo tolerates it and as long as the seat tolerates it in terms of the height and the weight. So if we wanted to undo this seat, the first step before we open that SecureLoc plate up is to unbuckle. Then we'll open our SecureLoc up. We'll pull the seat belt out. And then if we were to turn it around to be forward facing, we're gonna remove the anti-rebound bar. That is a piece that we use exclusively in backward mode. In forward mode, this guy comes out, and so we take that off and it stores away. There were buttons that I pressed on the inside of the seat to take that guy out. It's not difficult though. We'll go ahead and turn the seat around. And now I'm gonna want it to sit more upright, right? We don't want it reclined like that because then we're not in our level bubble spectrum. So if you actually turn the seat towards yourself, then press the handle, getting it to sit upright will be easier. Almost always true with all car seats. So now we've got seat forward oriented. So let's assume this is for a kiddo that's 3.5 years old and they're 30 pounds. We'll go ahead and open up our SecureLoc door, and then on the side of the seat, it's green for forward facing, and for this kiddo to be level, I do think it needed to recline ever so slightly. And before we go ahead and install it forward facing, on the back of the seat is the patented V-shaped tether. You're gonna go and free this guy. And we're gonna make sure we hook that up. I will show you guys how to do that at the end of the video. But before we do that, we'll go ahead and pass our seatbelt through our green forward-facing belt path. And it'll go through each side. You go ahead and lock it down. And again, I'm not going crazy with adjusting 800 pieces as I go. I'm just kind of tightening as I go. So I remove the slack from the lap belt. I'm kind of straightening it because I don't like it twisted. I like it as flat as it can be. And then I'm going to go ahead and close this plate again. You're all right, Walter. My dog's here. So car seat feels good, looks good. We pull on it and it's tight, but we're not done yet. There's one additional step. That's that top tether that I was talking about. So that's this piece on the back. We're going to go ahead and lengthen this. And typically a car would have a headrest, so you'd either want to go through the headrest or around it, ideally. And your top tether, whew, I really have to lengthen this one, will hook up to a spot in your vehicle. And then you go ahead and you tighten that up by pulling on that strap. And that is going to prevent forward head excursion in case of an accident. So now we have our seat actually correctly set up to accept kiddo in forward-facing mode. And one other very exciting feature about the seat is that it does have a magnetic piece on the side for backward or for forward-facing. That's this little guy right here that's going to hold your buckle tabs over to keep them out of the way when you're taking your kiddo in and out of your car seat. So when you lock them and buckle them in, you'll just pull it away from the magnet and buckle them in typically, and you'll tighten typically. So very exciting. So again, Römer is gonna clock in at the $5.99, very narrow. We could attach the 2 cup holders at any point if we wanted to. It's narrow enough to do 3 across, super easy for belt installation. There are lower anchors as well, however, it gets a little messy when I pull those out, so I generally like to demonstrate with seatbelt. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, and be sure to check us out in our next video.